This is Western Mass News.
Earlier this week, 2 educators in Pittsfield were indicted on criminal charges for the death of a 12-year-old girl after authorities say she drowned under their supervision during a program last summer. Thanks for joining us for Western Mass News on this Friday at 6. I'm Chris Pisano.
And I'm Amanda Martin Ryan. Western Mass News is now getting answers on safety protocols that are taken locally to avoid these types of incidents in our area. Western Mass News reporter Addie Patterson joins us live in studio with more details. Addie.
Chris and Amanda, earlier today I spoke with aquatics experts with Pouliot Pool in Holyoke. They tell Western Mass News their facility has specific safety procedures that must be followed for everyone going into the water.
Let's make sure we watch our children. You have to make sure you take the right steps to ensure safety.
On Wednesday, 2 former educators of Pittsfield, Megan Braley and Linda Whitacree, were indicted on 3 criminal charges each in connection with the death of Giver Essia, who was just 12 years old at the time of her death. Essia drowned while on a field trip at Beartown State Forest in Great Barrington during a school-run summer program. Investigators tell us the field trip was running behind schedule that day, and organizers originally planned to have 2 small swimming groups of approximately 15 students each in Benedict Pond. However, when swimming began that afternoon, all 35 children went into the pond at once. Western Mass News spoke with Berkshire District Attorney Timothy Shugru. He tells us organizers clearly did not follow lawful safety procedures leading up to the incident, most notably that the program did not follow Christian's Law, which was put into place back in 2017 here in Massachusetts.
And it's mandatory in Massachusetts, if you're going to run a program like this, that you have to do swim tests ahead of time. And these tests should have been done to get the availability and the level of swimming technique that each particular student had. That was not done. As a result of that, there were children that could not swim that entered the water. Nobody knew who was in the water, when, where, at what time, and that's all against the law in Massachusetts.
Investigators also found that at least 3 to 4 kids attending the field trip that day told Program Whitacree and Supervisor Braley that Giver was in the water and had gone under, something officials say was laughed off and not taken seriously. Western Mass News wanted to see what safety procedures are being followed in our area when kids go swimming this summer. We stopped by Pouliot Pool in Holyoke and spoke with Aquatics Director Maura Shea. She tells us all missing persons complaints are taken seriously and tended to quickly by pool staff.
We have a parent that comes up to one of our lifeguards and say we have a missing child. We automatically clear the water. Lifeguards blow one long whistle, clear the water. One of the 2 directors on, or our lead lifeguard, will get the description of the child from the parent, where the last child was last seen, what the child was wearing, and we would go from there. We literally searched the water, we searched the bath houses, we searched out around the pool area to make sure the child hasn't got out inside the pool without us realizing. But it's a full-blown search.
Western Mass News also spoke with Aquatics Director Stephen Nooney. He says even though Christian's Law doesn't apply to public pools in Massachusetts, facilities like Pouliot follow strict safety protocols for each swimmer that enters the water.
All swimmers that come here visit are required to take a swim test. They only have to do it once. It doesn't matter what age they are. If they want to swim in our deep end, they need to do this test.
While most local summer programs in our area tend to utilize public pools instead of ponds or beaches, Western Mass News spoke with several local camps who tell us all of their kids are swim tested before entering the water. Reporting live in studio, Addie Patterson, Western Mass News.
Addie, thank you for that.